I'm Warren Davis, and you're watching the Evercade Effect.
Evercade Effect.
Hey everybody, this is Ed from the Evercade Effect. Today we're going to talk about Sunsoft 2 and why you must buy. So, quick explanation for those of you who don't know how this works is that I did a previous video. I'm going to put a card up here and down in the description below where I did my first initial impressions. I played through every single game. If you haven't checked that out, you're going to want to watch this one first. And then after like 2 weeks or so, now that I've spent more time with the collection, I really like to do a follow-up video and see, hey, was I right? Is this collection still good or bad? Or was I wrong? Were there some games that have grown on me? So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about today. We're going to go ahead and do an update, and I'm going to specifically talk about now that I've got to play the game and or the games a lot. And I should also mention too that I've been streaming this collection a lot live. So you may want to check those out as well. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Let me switch on over, and I'm just going to kind of just go in here and talk about the games, and honestly how I feel. Look at the play time, and I'll tell you why. Spoiler why. If you're new to Evercade, if you don't have this collection, you need to buy it. I freaking love this collection, and I'm gonna tell you why. Was there maybe a game or two that could be hit or miss? Maybe, but we're gonna find out. Also, I highly recommend Collection 1. If you don't have that, I've got videos on that as well. My first impressions and 2 weeks later. So let's go ahead and talk about Aero the Acrobat 2. And this, I can tell you from this game, if you really like the first one, you're gonna love this game. If not, then you're not gonna like it as much. So to be honest, you see the play count on this is only 5 minutes, and that's because so this is the only game that's just like okay to me. It's not horrible, but I'm not like the hugest Aero the Acrobat fan, and I like Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel a lot better, and we'll kind of talk about that. I think that's the better game. Just from the controls, you can throw ninja stars, you can use your nunchucks. Aero the Acrobat, the problem that I don't like is you just can't really pounce at enemies. You have to kind of do this like spin roll, and the controls they feel a lot more wonky. Like you really want the game to control like Sonic, but it just doesn't, right? It just doesn't. It just really doesn't control like Sonic, and so it's so if I had to give this a rating, this would just be a C or a C minus. It's not horrible. It's really just average, right? So, but we have 6 other really, really good games I want to talk about. So let's talk about Blaster Master. Oh my goodness. So first off, let's go to the time played on this. Okay. So you see an hour and a half. I've used a ton of save states. I played this on 12 different occasions, and I streamed this game a lot. And you know what? I really do like this game. The only, so okay, let me take a step back. If you like the original Blaster Master for Nintendo, you're going to love this game. It controls the exact same. The sprites are bigger. It looks great on the Super Pocket, and the sound is a little bit different. It feels honestly like a remix. The first and second level, yes. So I'm stuck on the second level because the second level is just a friggin' maze, right? And so even with using like some Let's Play. Actually, no, I tried to use some game FAQs and some Let's Play guides, and now I got on track. I got to where I needed to be, and when you get out of your vehicle, we should still have that in this game, of course. And you're little dude, and you have to go into the special doors, and you're in the overhead mode. I finally got that, and so I really liked the game. I was just frustrated for a little bit, and so I kind of stopped playing it because I wasn't sure on stream if I wanted to like fumble, I don't know if it would be fun to see me fumble my way through it. I think a lot of you found that it was, and I eventually got to the right spot by watching some Let's Plays and using the game FAQs, but I still really had to fumble my way. I like that game, and I really want to go back, and I want to play more of that game. So definitely, this game, I would have to give this game an A. It's not maybe quite the S tier as other Blaster Master, but it's still, it's still freaking amazing. It's still freaking amazing. So days before Christmas, this okay. this was a fun game. This game I went ahead, I completed, and I beat it on stream, right? So let's see. Yeah, just over 2 hours. Played 7 different times. Had a buttload of save states. And with this game, this was one of those ones I wasn't really sure, right? Like I'd never heard of it before because the game itself didn't come to North America. If I remember right, it was mainly like in Europe and whatnot. And I was like, okay, let's see. It's weird. You're Santa. You turn into Krampus. You go through levels. There's like 25 levels. And so it feels a lot like a Pico game. Like it's that, excuse me, it's that weird and it's that bizarre. And it's easy, but it's a lot of fun. And so you go through the game. For the most part, it's platformers. They reuse a lot of assets. Some levels are really quick. Some levels take forever. And then you get to these levels where the presents that you find, you're supposed to drop in the chimneys. I don't really know what that does or what it's supposed to do. The game itself, it kind of feels like a prototype. It's weird, but it's a lot of fun. I only got frustrated at a couple of points. There's a few bosses. The end boss of the game was crazy. I don't want to spoil it. Still fun, not too challenging, but it was worth a playthrough. And it may be something like that. And every around the holidays, if you celebrate Christmas, it might be something fun to play through. So this game, I give it a plus. Actually, it's not horrible. It's not an A or S tier, but I give this a B plus. Like I really had a lot of enjoyment. It's a game that I never would have set out to play, and it doesn't really feel like it's a Sunsoft game. It feels more like a Pico game. So definitely really, really good. Galaxy Fight Universal Warriors. Okay, I really wanted to kind of like and play this game more. And you can see, I only really played this for 36 minutes and all that. And the main reason, okay, so the thing is, it's not inherently a bad game, but it's not Street Fighter. It is so not Street Fighter 2 by any stretch of the means. It is a lot of fun. The load times are pretty quick once you get into the game. But quite frankly, I would rather just play Street Fighter 2 off of the Capcom collection, off of the EXP. However, with that said, this is the best fighting game that the Evercade has as of recording this video. What would make this game a lot better and a lot more fun is if you had like a buddy to play couch co-op with on the VS. Since you can do 2 players, unlike the EXP, you really can't do that as of recording this video unless they magically let us connect it to the VS, or the Evercade Alpha is a docking station where you can plug in 2 controllers or something like that. Plug in 2 controllers to the XP. Who knows? But it is a lot of fun. For me though, because it's not quite Street Fighter 2, and it's not too generic, but there is some fun. There is some fun to be had. It is great that we get a good PlayStation fighting game. I'm going to give this a B minus. I'd give it a B minus. Not a reason to buy the collection, but not by any means bad. And I will tell you what games really make it worth it to get this. I will say Blaster Master Enemy Below makes it worth it. Aero the Acrobat. You're not gonna buy this days before Christmas, but it's a lot of fun. I had more fun with Days Before Christmas than with a Galaxy Fight, right? But there are a total of at least three games that really make it worth it. Oh my God, let's go to Pre Princess or Pre Primitive Princess. This game didn't see the light of day outside of Japan, right? And so it's a puzzle game, and it's freaking fantastic. And we're going to talk about it. It looks great on Super Pocket. How much time have I played on this? Yeah, so I've had a bunch of save states. I'm 215 hours into it. Let's see what level I'm at, because I totally forget, just to give you an idea. I'm at level 18, and I want to say there's at least like 60. There's at least like 60 levels, and so I've played this quite a bit. So what's neat about this game is kind of think of Load. If you played like Load Runner back in the day, where you could hit blocks. So this, you can destroy blocks, and you can make creatures fall on the blocks, but you can't jump over the pit. And each level you get a certain amount of hammers, and what a hammer will do is it'll let you fill in an empty space. You may get 1, 2, or 3, so you can remove as many blocks as the game will let you, but you can only fill in that space. And the goal is you have to go through. You kind of have to get like this gem, and then you have to get to the ladder, which is usually on the far right side of the screen. And then go to the next level. And there's like invisible blocks you can fall through. There's enemies that will kill you in one hit. There's some blocks that you cannot fall down, and then there'll be arrow blocks that when you hit them down, they'll keep going in the direction across the screen. So very much it's an excellent puzzle. You really have to like think. It's challenging, but not not impossible. I haven't had to look up any FAQs or any Let's Plays and all that, but challenging enough where it really had me think. And it's just, if you love these kind of puzzle games, like, my God, I would have loved this back in the day on the Game Boy. Would have kept you there for hours and hours. And it does have passwords, I believe, but with save states, it's not a big deal. The levels are timed, which adds like another challenge element. You can extend the time if you hit these certain blocks. There's only one complaint that I have with this game is that you're going to want to play it with the sound turned off. It has the same freaking song over and over and over again that will make you go mentally insane. It's fun for the first few levels. I don't know why when I was streaming this, I still had that on, but yeah, it'll make you go crazy. But this game, believe it or not, I would, despite that, to me, this is S tier. I really love puzzles. And so this is going to be my first S tier pick on this cart. Like, it was worth it to get just for this game by itself. I will tell you that for sure. So I love this game. It's truly charming. It's really grown on me, and yeah, you gotta check it out. And what else do we have here? Oh my God! So we have Euphoria. So this is the reason why Evercade is awesome. This was a game I'd never heard of before. Didn't see outside of Japan either. And you think it's just initially a cute little platformer. It's more of a Metroidvania, right? So you have like you get these little buddies, and they have special abilities to get you past certain areas, and you have to find items. So that's why I say it's really like a Metroidvania. I mean, you get a map and all that. But let me see how much time I put into this. Yeah, I put in easily over an hour and a half. Played it 6 different times. Enough save states. I streamed a lot of this game. And just to kind of show you here real quick, if we load into it. Because when I did my initial run through, I didn't have everything, and you can see like I love the graphics and just how like cutesy it is. But you can see like you go in here, and like you have this guy that through water, he can like swim through water and all that. And then you have this guy who can like jump really high, and they each kind of have these special abilities, and you hold the button down, like shoot, wait, you do this again. And then he can also like float like that. Yeah. So this is just so it has everything, and I mean that. So like, if you like Metroidvanias where you can't get past a certain part until you get an item, you'll love it. And that's what you have to do: get the item, get the buddy, and the cutesy graphics are great. It's so super charming, and the music is I love this game. So I would definitely tell you that this is this makes the cart worth it. This is also another S tier game. Both of these games were just so unexpected. Like, I had no idea from the trailer. I thought this was just going to be a generic platformer. But this is one of the things I love about Evercade, right? Is the discovery, the curation. Sure, you could just download the ROM and play it, by itself. But like, without going through and playing the collection, you wouldn't have known to do that. And it's just neat being able to own the physical media, having the instruction booklet. It's just, and plus you just pop in the cartridge and you're done. You can play it and all that. So I just freaking adore and love this game. And we do have one more game on this cart. So Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. So this game was a surprise, right? It's what I wanted the Aero to the Acrobats to be. It's super charming. The controls are great. The graphics are excellent, and that's why I was saying earlier. For me, I like this a lot more than the Aero the Acrobat series. And you can see there's the different controls, and I'll kind of. Yeah, so this, even though I haven't played this game that long, really haven't had the time to, I've enjoyed every 26 minutes of this. And let me just say that I am going to, I'm going to go back and I need to beat Blaster Master. I need to beat Pre-Pre Princess, and I need to beat Euphoria, and I do want to beat Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. I've already beat Days Before Christmas. I don't have a desire too much to go through as of yet. And playing complete this. Maybe at some point I'll go back and beat both Aero the Acrobats, and maybe on stream I'll jump in and do a couple of battles on that. But let me just kind of go in here and tell you what I really like about the controls. I forget where I'm at. So you jump, land on things. you can press this again in the air and you can land on things, which is really neat. If you press down and jump, which is weird, you can do a nunchuck. Otherwise, you shoot ninja stars, and you see I have those. But if you jump and press A and down at the same time, you kind of do this like cool like squirrel swoop, and that just makes it really neat to get at places. And see, when I'm jumping, I can just spin like this, and it's so much easier to land on enemies, and you have much better control. And plus, it's just so cool that you're this ninja squirrel, right? I freaking love that. I mean, who doesn't love ninjas, or you're a karate master, whatever you want to. Whatever you want to call it. So much better. 6 out of so I should say this, at least 5 out of 7 games are absolutely worth playing, worth your time, and are totally epic. Aero the Acrobat and Galaxy Fight was just kind of mid. They're not horrible games, but it's not a reason really to buy the cart and have it be sold in the cart. So yeah, I would say with this collection, I look forward to continually playing it more on stream, and that's why I say it's a must buy. It's so very well curated, and even those other games that I talked about that I say aren't worth on the collection, they're not bad games. Like you'll still want to play them because they're there. So there's no bad games in the collection. Definitely some better than others. Oh, and as far as giving a letter rating, I would say a Kamikaze Squirrel is 0. The Kamikaze Squirrel, sorry. I would give that a B. It's above average. It's not super fantastic. I would definitely give that a B. But then again, Euphoria and Pre Princess, those are both S tier. And then we have Blaster Master, which is an A tier. As much as I love Blaster Master, or maybe it's even an A plus. Like it's so close to being to kind of being an S tier. I think because the nostalgia isn't there, if I'm being honest. And then and then Days Before Christmas, what did I give that? I think I also give that a B, and then I give like Aero the Acrobat like a C or C minus. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I feel this is a strong collection. I want to see more Japanese developers like this. I'm so happy that Blaze secured the 2 Sunsoft collections. I don't know what other titles they have that are good or bad, or we could see a Sunsoft arcade. But yeah, that just about wraps up this video. If you did happen to make it this far and all that, and you want to let me know that you saw the whole video, go ahead and put in the comments below 0 the pre-Christmas. 0 the pre-Christmas. Let me know that way that you watched the whole video to show your appreciation. And if you happen to kind of stumble in here through the YouTubeverse and you like what you see, you're going to want to subscribe to my channel, because I do a lot of live streams. I do an Evercade podcast once a week with my buddies. You're going to want to check out their channels as well. I put out weekly content and all that. And I think you're going to want to be part of what we got going on here. I also have, if you want something more, I also have channel memberships, and I have a P.O. box if you want to send me something cool to donate to the channel to open up on camera, which of you gracious viewers have already done. And I'm going to go ahead and thank my channel members. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and bye-bye. Thank you, Crashline, Mr. Shua, Immortal Sojourn, and Sucker MC!